Before watching this video, I want to inform you that there are spoilers in it. Take care. Hello. With you is Find Out Movie Recap. Let's get started. A poacher hides from an unknown creature in his boat. While it breaks through the boat and attempts to catch the poacher, he commits suicide by shooting himself to prevent the beast from killing him. Meanwhile, while shooting a documentary about a long-lost indigenous tribe known as the Shirisamas on the Amazon River, director Terry Flores and members of her crew, including cameraman and childhood friend Danny Rich, production manager Denise Kalberg, Denise's boyfriend, and sound engineer Gary Dixon, narrator Warren Westridge, anthropologist Professor Stephen Kale, and boat skipper Mateo encounter stranded Paraguayan snake hunter Paul Cerrone and help him, believing he knows how to find the Shirisamas. Most of the crew are uncomfortable around Cerrone, and Kale clashes with him several times about Shirisama lore. Later, while trying to free the boat's propeller from a rope, Kale is stung in the throat by a wasp inside his scuba regulator, which swells up his throat and leaves him unconscious. Cerrone performs an emergency cricothyrotomy, seemingly saving Kale's life, and then takes over the boat, forcing the crew to help him achieve his true goal, hunting down and capturing a giant record-breaking green anaconda he had been tracking. Later, Mateo gets lost and is the first to be killed by the anaconda, which coils around him before it snaps his neck near the boat where the poacher had been killed. A photograph in an old newspaper reveals that Mateo, Cerrone, and the unnamed poacher were actually working together as a hunting team to catch animals, including snakes. The others try to find him while Cerrone shoots and kills a monkey from a nearby tree to use as bait for the anaconda, promising everyone if they help him find it, he will help them get out alive. Later that night, the anaconda appears and attacks the boat crew. When Cerrone attempts to capture the snake alive, it coils around Gary and begins to crush him. Terry attempts to save Gary by shooting the anaconda, but Cerrone knocks the gun out of her hands, allowing the snake to kill and devour Gary. While Denise mourns her boyfriend's death, the others overpower Cerrone and tie him up as punishment. The next day, the boat becomes stuck at a waterfall, requiring Terry, Danny, and Westridge to enter the water to winch it loose. Denise confronts Cerrone and attempts to kill him in revenge for Gary's death, but he strangles her to death with his legs before dumping her corpse into the river. When the anaconda returns, Westridge distracts the snake long enough for Terry and Danny to return to the boat while he ascends the waterfall. Danny and the freed Cerrone battle, as Westridge is coiled by the anaconda. Before it can kill him, the tree supporting the anaconda breaks, sending the group into the water and awakening Kale in the process. With Westridge killed by the anaconda in the fall, the snake attacks Danny and coils itself around him, only for Terry to shoot it in the head. An enraged Cerrone attacks Terry, only for Kale to stab him with a tranquilizer dart before soon losing consciousness again. Danny punches the drugged Cerrone, knocking him into the river. However, Terry and Danny are soon captured when Cerrone catches up to them. He dumps a bucket of monkey blood on them and uses them as bait in an attempt to capture a second, much larger anaconda. The snake soon appears where it begins to coil itself around Terry and Danny and slowly suffocates them. They are caught in a net by Cerrone, but the snake breaks free. Cerrone himself tries to flee up a ladder, but the anaconda slinks up after him and brings it down. When the beast eventually uncoils itself, Cerrone re-attempts to escape only for Danny to raise his own net over him, allowing the anaconda to coil itself around Cerrone before suffocating him to death. While cutting their bonds, Terry and Danny watch the anaconda swallow Cerrone's body whole. Terry retreats to a building and finds a nest full of newborn anacondas. But the snake arrives, and after regurgitating Cerrone's still twitching corpse, which seemingly winks at Terry, it chases her up a smokestack. Danny traps the anaconda by pinning its tail to the ground with a pickaxe and ignites a fire below the smoke shack, which burns the snake. The resulting explosion sends the burning anaconda flying out of the building and into the water. As Terry and Danny recuperate on a nearby dock, the anaconda appears one final time. Danny slams a splitting axe into the snake's head, finally killing it. Afterward, Terry and Danny reunite with Cale, who begins to revive on the boat. While floating downriver, the trio suddenly locates the natives for whom they were previously searching. They realize that Cerrone was right and resume filming their documentary. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos of this kind. See you on the internet. Bye.